step across this line. I never dare you, motherfucker. Cross this one.
Electric sparking wires exposed. Scrotum cuts deep where the truth erodes. Rebel in the trenches, voice explode. This the HLS, the code overload.
They like watching the true crime stuff too.
Yeah, I lived through a serial killer in my town my senior year in high school.
Are you serious?
It was a spree killer. He shot and killed 5 people in 6 days, and one was
Holy
not even
shit.
a quarter mile away from my house. And my family, I come from, I say it as a joke, but it's true. I come from a peach dynasty, and the first 4 people that were killed, no, first 3, they were all old peach farmers. So we had
They were
like
peachers?
like my grandparents were peach farmers, and so like I have a peach named after me. When they retired, another family bought it out and they changed the name. But like my dad grafted peach seeds from when I was born, and when my brother was born, my brother's fields are no longer there. Mine are still up and running. But I come from like an old peach family, and there's like 3 or 4 major peach families in my town. They killed 1 from one family and they killed 2 from another, and one
Holy
of them
shit.
happened a quarter mile from our house. And so they thought they were targeting like old money peach farmers because of the trend. So we had a police detail. I almost got shipped off to
Holy shit.
Florida to live with my aunt for the summer because of this. They did end up killing someone I went to high school with and her dad at his store.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that much the last time you talked to me about this.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it is. Holy shit.
Hello.
Hi.
Note to self, don't raise peaches.
All right,
I'll do
everybody.
it.
So that was our intro for the day. Welcome to the HLS Podcast. This week, we have our special guest, Stevie.
Oh, hi.
Yo, I don't know why you keep on doing this.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay.
Welcome to the HLS Podcast, the podcast that never was, late to the party, to that point, Radical Teddy and friends, haters liking side notes, her latest seduction, happens like sundowns, hippies, lucid showers, name pending. I'm the Rebel Alliance.
I'm Scrotowola.
And this is Electric Thunder.
And today we are happy to have in the studio today with us a friend of ours, one of the random people we met in our Overwatch adventures, but has been a mainstay. Stevie, welcome to the show and thank you for joining us today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Stevie. That's pretty much all I got.
So we were playing Overwatch before we were actually, jumping on here, and we said, "Hey, Steve, we got to do our podcast." And she's like, "Oh, what's the topic about?" And we told her the topic, and I completely forgot that Stevie's like has a lot to say about this topic. So she was cool enough, just a really happy accent to be here. So I'm actually really excited that she was able to donate a time because she could be playing Overwatch right now. She's not, so that's what's up.
You know what? I appreciate you, Stevie. After a long
Thank
day,
you.
Overwatch, go get it. That
I
said,
did have an 11-hour work day today
uh,
at teacher conferences.
There you go.
you're a teacher?
I am. Teach middle school.
Wow. Informing the youth.
Try my best.
Props. We were just saying teachers should get paid more.
We should.
Last episode, we did say that.
Yep.
Yep. You know what I don't remember? What's today's topic?
We'll segue into it. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Does it have anything to do with peaches? Because I don't know what I walked into.
Being
That
with
doesn't sound right, but
What
go ahead.
you just spoke about, like, that's a good segue into what we're going to talk about, because today we're going to talk about paranormal stuff and like ghosts and all that. Stevie, with the story that you just told, have you come across anything back home where, what was this, your great-grandparents, your grandparents?
Oh, no, it's my grandparents that were
Okay.
peach farmers. Yeah.
Did they experience anything like weird or paranormal?
When my grandmother died, I experienced some weird stuff in her house.
Like what?
Such
Care to talk about the weird
Okay. All right. So just so you know, like my grandmother smoked from like a teenager until her 70s, and so she had end-stage emphysema, and she was on oxygen for the last couple of years of her life. We were cleaning out our house, and then a lot of people would smell like cigarette smoke
Ooh.
when we were cleaning it out. And then we were in her bedroom, and one of the oxygen tanks just turned on by itself.
Yeah, that's scary.
I went inside to grab something for my mom to bring back to the car because we were moving it to our house, and I swore I heard her breathing.
Ooh.
Creepier.
Yeah. I live in my other grandmother's house. Like during high school, I learned how to renovate it. And so she was a cook, a baker, all this stuff. So sometimes I randomly smell things that she used to cook that I haven't had in years.
Oh, that's strange.
Yeah.
I'm sure the scientific community could say, "Oh yeah, there's olfactory like memory, and every now and then you smell something that could be you remembering the smell unless you smell the smell." But
Most
at
definitely,
the
but it's
same
a
time,
good I
it's
like
weird.
remember her. Like I smell like peach cobbler. I smell this like pot roast that she made that I haven't had in 20 years.
Is it
So what
like
is
you moved one pillow and that pillow just had like latent peach cobbler
what
baked into it?
I don't think that's how smells
Like
work.
you know how like
The last time that it happened, I think it was probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I was bringing my dog in from a walk, and I walked in, boom, just my house smelled like peach cobbler.
interesting.
I haven't made peach cobbler in here in years.
When
So
other
what
people
is
come
your
to your house,
full
do they think your house smells like peach cobbler? Like, you know how maybe you just got used to the peach cobbler? Do other people just randomly say, "You know what I smell?"
No one has ever mentioned that.
Maybe they're just being polite. But this is
well,
interesting.
so what's your official, or even do you even have official take on your belief in the paranormal and supernatural and stuff like that?
I think it'd be silly to not think there's something other than us here. Do
Mm.
you like the theory that they're on another plane and they don't know that they're deceased? But I don't know if I
Mm,
believe that. I believe there's energy here and everywhere we go.
tell me more about this because I might actually believe the same thing.
Which one?
Another plane.
I've just heard about it where the people who are deceased that have not crossed over, they are on another plane, but we're still in the same area and they just don't know they're deceased. So
Hmm,
they're still going about their business and we're going about ours. So maybe we're their ghost.
Re-
interesting.
Remember when I talked about quantum immortality a while back?
Yes, I do.
Nope.
This is something that I think we've all probably thought about this at one point in time. It's just that when it has a fancy name, let's say that I'm walking down the street and a piano falls on me, right? The timeline would split, and in one timeline, the piano would fall on me and I would be deceased. And then the other one, like, it would fall on me, I get hit, and then be like, ow, that hurt. And then keep going about my business. You know what I'm saying?
It
And
just hit your arm.
so, yeah, I used to think like that also a lot. But then it gets problematic because at some point in time, I'm like, okay, bro, I'm like 147 years old and I'm not dead yet. Like, what's going on? But it's a good thought. I think that there's something there, but maybe it doesn't work the way that we think it does.
What if you know you're dead? You just can't affect anything. You're just watching the world's most boring reality show. Or most interesting.
That would be a sad existence, though.
That's probably why most people. So I wonder if it's like that, but then because that's your option, most people just move on. But then you'd have some people who are like, nah, I'm gonna see where season 35 is going.
I don't know.
You,
Okay.
speaking
I mean,
about the plane, go ahead, Stevie.
I mean,
Yeah,
like, there's
more.
people who die that probably have unfinished business and they want to see it through.
That must be some
Do
serious
you
business, though.
do you think the ghosts can affect anything?
I think to an extent,
Like turning on the oxygen tank?
yeah, to say like I'm still here, but also my grandmother was a prankster, so like she would do something silly.
If
Awesome.
I was a ghost, I'd definitely be a prankster.
I would too, just
Is
to
the
have fun.
exactly is the poltergeist the prankster ghost? Because like there's
In
different
fast or in
sets
real life?
in real life.
It
This
is.
is based off of like what people think
Yeah.
in real life. I think a poltergeist is the one that does prank people.
There's one that moves stuff around, throws things around.
Yeah.
I,
But back to like what you were saying about being on a plane. So I had this discussion with I forgot who, but this was 2 weeks ago. And during the discussion, they were saying how like the reason why ghosts can walk through walls might possibly be because houses that are like 100 years old, they normally go through renovations and stuff like that. So if you see a ghost possibly walk through a wall, there might have been a door there when that person was living in that place.
So they can't see doors.
That's what I'm thinking, because I mean, if they're on a different plane and they're not seeing
Like
our
there's a door
reality,
in their world,
yeah.
and they walked through the door that they see in their thing. Have you, Stevie? I think I know your answer. Have you ever played the like Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver? Or are you
Never
familiar
played
with that
that.
series?
No, I have not.
It's a game where you're undead, but you can shift between the material world and the spectral world, like on command. And when you shift between when you go to the spectral realm, the world distorts. So they're both sitting on top of each other, but you can't access them. But if everything will be a little weird, so like maybe this chair will be crooked, or that mountain that's up straight will be lopsided, and you'll see everything kind of distort and stuff like that. So that's what I always think about when I think about those two worlds kind of existing on top of each other. But my opinion about the paranormal is a lot less interesting than y'all's.
So do you believe in ghosts, Scrota?
I used to hardcore when I was younger, mostly like spirits and stuff. Mostly for like religious reasons and things like that, possessions and stuff like that. I'm agnostic, so like I could be wrong about everything. But I think that, yeah, I like when Stevie said it'd be silly to kind of think that there isn't more. I feel that. I get that. I just have a hard time bridging that gap. And I think, these experiences that you talk about would definitely like do a lot in the way of like getting me on board, but that's just never happened to me before. I don't have a personal ghost story to tell
And how about you,
yet.
Rebel? Do you believe in ghosts?
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do, but I think it's a lot more boring than folks think it is. And I believe that there is a whole bureaucracy to it. Like, hey, look, you got this many days or months on your ghost budget. You can't do anything. You can't affect much. Best you can knock over one thing or two things a day or a week, and then it's time for you to move on to the next, to
You
the
got like a
afterlife or wherever you're
system?
going. Yep,
Yeah, you got ghost credits.
exactly.
Yeah.
And like to that point, that's why it's like they're just there. They can't really do much. They know, like, to that point, that's why I'm like, most people would probably opt to just move on, because it's like, look, you could stay here, you could
Absolutely
watch
would.
all the people you left behind. It's gonna get boring, or you can move on. I'm sure there's some people who are like, wait a minute, let me see, and be like, I knew she was cheating on me, or like, oh, the grands are gonna be all right. Okay, okay. I just wanted to make sure they were good. And like, hey, you know what? I think they got over me. We're good. They're like, oh, she learned to cook my recipe. We're good, those kind of things. But I really do feel like, hey, I'm going to the bathroom. You really want to watch me right now? Like, there's other things to do. I think it's a lot less interesting than folks would think it is.
I think that's funny because if that theory is true, that's probably why some ghosts are angry. Like they're just bored and they're just like, I want to be out, but they can't because they signed this contract to stay there with all the ghost credits. And they're like, all right, I'm pissed off. I'm just gonna knock something over just to get a rise out of these people.
That's my one for the day.
Stevie, let me ask you a question. So like, was there any time or period or event that like kind of solidified your, not like belief, but like I guess your worldview about how your take on the supernatural, or like has it just been present since you're like
It's kind of been there since I was a kid. You know how everyone has like imaginary friends growing up? Yeah, I swore I saw mine. Like I
Ooh,
wrote comic books about them.
nice. Do you remember their name?
I think their name was Lindy, like Lindy or something like that. And I would just sit
Historical
and have
precedence.
yeah, I would just have conversations with them.
Wow. So
I'd be drawing, playing with Legos, all that stuff.
I have a niece and she's grown now. She's 20 now, but when she was 3 years old, I remember. So let me just back it up and I'll ask you this question I asked her when I get to the end of this story.
is this
So,
biscuits?
yes, this is biscuits. Yeah.
Biscuits! Shout out to
So
biscuits, man. I miss you, dude.
yeah. Biscuits plays Overwatch with us also. So,
And fast.
yeah, and fast. So when I used to live in my mom's house in Harlem, I used to always hear running up and down the hallway. It sounded like a toddler running up and down. And I knew next door we had a toddler next door. But years later, that toddler is now about 9, 10 years old. And I would still hear the running. And I'm like, who else they have next door? She doesn't have another kid. So one day, I'm by myself in my mom's house. All right. My mom was off to the hospital for a few weeks, so I was just home alone. And one night, the radio just turns on full blast. And like I got the weirdest chills in me, and I ran over to the living room. I turned off the radio. I left the house. I did not come back for 3 days. I was like, I do not want to be there. Years later, my niece is born. My niece is around 3 years old, 3 or 4. And I remember one day, like I was just playing with her and talking to her, and out of nowhere, she told me, oh yeah, my mother told me that she catches her talking to herself in the closet. And I'm like, for some reason, it clicked to me. I was like, she's probably talking to whoever is running up and down that hall. And I asked her, I was like, hey, are you talking to somebody in the closet? Is it like an imaginary friend? She goes, no, it's a little boy. And I was like, really? She goes, yeah. I was like, does the little boy tell you to do anything bad? She's like, no, we just talk and we laugh. I was like, okay. It doesn't try to hurt you or nothing? She's like, no, we're fine. I was like, okay. I left her alone with that. So let me ask you, when you used to talk to your imaginary friend, did they ask you to do anything for them?
No, they didn't. I think they just wanted to play. It was a child.
Okay. Huh, that's interesting.
I think that would probably be expected, right? Because like an adult would probably want you to like do stuff or have an objective. A kid probably just wants to play.
So,
Especially if, like Stevie said, they don't even know that they're dead. They're just like, they know they're dead. They're gonna want to play.
They just want to do kid things.
so it's very interesting. Like if these stories, the story of what my niece went through and what you had with your imaginary friend, if these were actual paranormal experiences, they're very similar experiences. It almost seems as if the paranormal entity doesn't know that they don't belong on this plane. Or is that a bad way to say it, that they don't belong on this plane? I'm trying to think. Or they're on a plane where it's really hard to see them.
Maybe children are more receptive to like this type of energy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they're more approachable. But I mean, by other children, yeah. But an adult ghost approaching a child, that's probably creepy.
Yes.
You know it's happened. If you believe in that
Yeah.
type of thing.
Yeah. So when you talk about ghosts and stuff, this is for both of you guys. There's different types of classifications of ghosts. There's different ghosts in different cultures, and different ghosts do different things. When you like, what are you specifically talking about when you talk about a ghost? Because when I think of a ghost, I think of usually like a poltergeist or like a phantom or something like that. Are you talking about just anything in general, or do you spend time to kind of figure out what they are, like what differentiates them from others?
I don't think I've had like a bad encounter. It's just questionable, like what just happened.
So more like spirit stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing demonic or anything like that.
No.
If I
Yeah.
did believe in those things, it would be more believe in old spirits outside rather than like your kind of ghosts and demons and stuff. I did used to believe in demons pretty hardcore though. As a Catholic, yo.
Believe in one, you have to believe in the other. It's like if you believe in good, then you have to believe in the opposite too.
I was like, man, I hope I never get possessed. Actually, so in 7th grade, my second girlfriend and the first girl I kissed in 7th grade, she would always, I knew her for like a while, but then we like kind of started like, I guess dating. It was stupid. Like I didn't know what I was doing. But she would like, we had like, they have like A-B classes. So I'd be in A and she'd be in B. So we'd like swap teachers and I would always be in the opposite class she's in. So I never saw any of these things, but she would like start speaking in tongues and then like kind of her eyes would flicker and she would write like really fast on a piece of paper, like a bunch of words and like commands and stuff like that. She like fell down on the ground once and started like seizing. And like she would always talk about like demons and stuff like that, and then she would like also start cutting herself as well too. I found this all out like after I started dating with her. I was young. I was like probably 9 at this time because I'm young for my age group or whatever. So it was a lot for me, and I just remember that right now. But she went to another college, and one of my good friends started dating her afterwards, and he said that it kind of slowed down like in high school or so. But that was always like, I always thought like, if you're seizing and stuff like that, then maybe like, is that what that is? Or is it like the thing that's causing the seizures? That's like the closest somebody that I know that has claimed that they've had a supernatural, like demonic kind of possession experience. But like, have y'all had any like demon stuff or possessions or?
I remember when I was a kid, my sister used to talk in her sleep, and it used to scare the shit out of me. And mind you, my sister used to sleep with her eyes half opened.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, she used to freak me out when she used to do that. And one night she woke up and she's like, "The cow is in the cupboard. The cow is in the cupboard." Yo, I screamed. I was like, "Shut up!" And I knocked the shit out of her. And I hit her only because I was so scared.
Because you were scared.
Yeah, I thought she was possessed or something, and it scared the hell out of me, bro. And then she just woke up and she was like, "What?" So she was just talking in her sleep. Yo, that's the only experience. It wasn't like a possession or anything. That reminded me of like my mother actually seeing a ghost in the apartment before that one that we lived in. And it was shortly after me and my sister have different dads. So her grandfather had just passed away and my mother was in the kitchen and I remember it. I was in the living room and the kitchen was like right around the corner and the light was off. And then my mom just came out and like she looked freaked out and went straight to my stepfather in Spanish. And I'd never heard the word before, but she said, "Yo vi una fantasma ahora." And as soon as she said fantasma, I knew exactly what she meant. Mind you, I'm like in first grade. I'd never heard the word fantasma in Spanish in my life before. I freaked the fuck out. And I'm telling my mom to shut up, not talk about it. I'm like, "Shut up, don't talk about it, don't talk about it. It's going to come back." I was freaking the fuck out when she said that. But what she said was that it looked like my sister's grandfather. And she was telling my sister's father, "I think I just saw your father in the kitchen." I got chills right now thinking of it. That was just a weird experience. Weird that I knew what the word was too.
Yeah, sometimes if you know.
Yeah. Yeah, but I've
Do you
never.
believe in angels?
Do I? You know what? I'm gonna say yeah, because I mean I've been in a lot of really ugly scenarios, especially like in my teenage years. And I mean there's probably 3 or 4 instances where I should have been killed and I was fine. I got away from things that should have harmed me badly. So I think there's something over us that kind of watches us and pulls us out when we need to. Or like even gets in the way of things that are supposed to happen, like a brick falling on your head and somehow it doesn't.
Stevie, do you think there's a difference between angels and just spirits that are lingering?
I think there is a difference. I'm not exactly sure what that difference is. I feel like maybe an angel, like their whole objective is to watch over you, to protect you. And maybe a spirit doesn't have like that I don't want to say mindset, but like that's not their their entire mission.
So angels more of like a profession.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like
They have an assignment.
they have a degree now.
Yeah, because that's where like you have to earn your wings. You have to like study and like
Oh yeah.
look at that. Look,
You're worthy enough
we're
to
solving
look
the
after
afterlife.
somebody. Yeah.
We're solving the afterlife.
Hey, you can't just have anybody looking after folks. Maybe you do.
That'd be
Maybe you
a
have like
horrible idea.
maybe you have like it's like failing angels all the time. It's like, look, I know I was supposed to watch them, but I mean,
They're deaf and I don't know
Gabriel
sign
was a
language.
fallen angel, so
yeah.
I would have expected you two guys to have some sort of ghost story or something, being that you guys grew up in Texas. I feel like Texas would be super haunted.
As opposed to New York with all the billions of people who've lived there over the year. Like,
is Texas like is it like, why do you think that?
I don't know. I always picture like places with I know this is gonna sound ignorant, with like a lesser population, like places that are not in cities, to be more haunted than actual cities.
So it's less population to die here, though.
Yeah, but
And also, that's a lot of ground to cover.
More hauntings per capita.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's be some database about that.
let's see this. How many
But even with
deaths per capita?
even with that, it makes me wonder, like, how come? All right, sure, like people have these ghost stories, and it's always like one ghost or two ghosts. And if we think about the history of human beings, and I googled this earlier, and it said it's like 117 billion people that have been born throughout human history.
Yeah.
How come we don't see like full cities of ghosts just walking around?
Because you can't see ghosts, silly.
And also,
But
like,
like people
word nobody
experience
passes
it.
on to. Well, so one, that would mean no afterlife or nothing to go on to. So everybody just chilling here. Like you transitioned and you're still here. But then your theory about other planes is like maybe their plane is not the same as, so like each generation of deaths don't really interact with, which would be kind of whack because if everybody's still gonna be here, it's like, hey, let me holler at this famous historical figure because I have questions. As opposed to, oh, you only die with the people that died around the same time as you. So it's like, oh crap. It's me and like this celebrity that OD'd and oh
You want to go meet like Marilyn Monroe or Elvis Presley?
not
Ooh.
them.
If you had to pick two,
But to your point, yeah.
who'd you pick to hang out with
Who would you hang out with,
to
Stevie?
personally haunt you?
Fucking Michael Jackson.
Like
I'd love hearing him go.
supposedly his
Terrifying.
voice was deeper than most folks realize, so he probably like, man, I was just doing that because it sounded good.
Yeah.
Shimon.
So most of the people I know that have a lot of personal, like firsthand paranormal experiences, and this isn't to discredit anybody. It's always like personal. And then when they hear about like third hand paranormal experiences, it's always, I guess what I mean by that is it's my aunt, my uncle, my brother, my sister. But when it's other people, then it's more of that person saw a shadow run through the thing. And that makes me think that maybe the reason you don't have all these people having these third experience, this and that happen, is because most of the people that would come back to haunt people have a personal connection with you. Like Stevie said, why was Stevie a rebel? Like, why would a person stick around? Maybe they want to stick around to like be with a particular person longer, as opposed to like cause chicanery to like Bob Kraken down the street. You know, like, that would
He
make
had it
sense to
coming.
me. Like if I came back, I wouldn't haunt random people. I'd be like, fuck out of here. I mean, I'm gonna go do ghost shit. But I might stay around to like, let a loved one know that I'm still there. You know what I mean? I'm probably freak them the hell out, but I'm like, hey, at least I tried.
That's selfish.
What would you want them
Absolutely.
to know?
Of course it's selfish. I'm dead, bro. What the fuck I gotta do other people? No.
When
You gotta
someone
turn.
passes away and it's a loved one and it's close to the time that they did pass away, that the living are looking for signs to make sure they're okay to make them feel better. So any like micro transgression, they could be like, "Oh, that's my uncle in the wind."
I've
You
heard
see
Could
people
be.
like
say stuff
corn
like
and like
this.
that was his like favorite vegetable. I don't know.
On top of my budget, my ghost budget earlier, I also believe in reincarnation, where you get the option of, do you want to pass on to an afterlife or do you want another crack at this and go again?
As
You
a
don't get
human?
to recall anything. You just legit do it again with slightly better intuition, slightly better punches, but not
You
full
mean
memories.
you get the new game plus it?
Yeah.
Have you heard the theory about birthmarks? How you died in a past life?
Yes.
No. What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like wherever your birthmark's at, like that could be a sign of how you died. I know mine's on my neck, but it's like on the back of my neck, so I've never seen it without a mirror or a photo. And there are some people who don't have birthmarks, and so they are a new life.
Ooh.
Hmm?
Ooh. I just remember where my birthmark is.
Where's your birthmark?
Pretty close to my ear, like pretty next to my temple.
Oh no.
Wow.
That sounds like past me, though. I would have pissed somebody off.
My birthmark is on my ribs and it looks like a dino nugget.
Oh no.
on the left side.
Wow.
Electric.
I
Where's your
just
birthmark?
noticed. So I don't have any birthmarks other than two birthmarks on my middle fingers. And if I put my middle fingers together right in front of me, like if I take my fist and put them together and just
It's a
slightly
map.
stick out my middle finger, they match. They're in the same exact spot.
You were
Two
tortured.
birthmarks.
You
I
were
was
tortured. I was
hung by my
stabbed.
middle
Rebel was
fingers.
domed. Rebel was domed in the head.
I
And
was
and
decapitated.
Stevie was decapitated.
Yep.
Holy shit.
So the reason I got excited about that is because I'm Igbo, and Igbos, their old religion, Odinani, they believe in reincarnation. It's actually very central to a lot of the stuff that we do, even though like we're like Christian now or whatever, but like people lost still a lot of Igbo people still very much believe in reincarnation to this day. And my dad's brother was killed during the Nigerian Civil War through shelling. The planes when they just shot everybody up on the ground, and he got shot in the back of his back, like just to the I think the left of his spine, and he succumbed to his wound like days later or whatever. But my oldest brother has his birthmark in the exact same spot, and like not only is it in the same spot, my dad's like it's the same shape, and so that's why he's named after my uncle Charles. And so that's been something that I've always like thought was like super freaky and like but yeah, it's not that I haven't heard that's the way that you died before. I did hear that like how you died or something that happened in your life, you'll get reincarnated with as a birthmark. So like if I fell down and like broke my leg or something like that, had a big scar, but then like died later on, I could get reincarnated and then like the new me would have a scar on that leg.
Like a symbol of a past life.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
there, and that's how. And people who have multiple birthmarks had like I forgot what it is. Like
Not their
you've
first
had
rodeo.
multiple. No, everyone gets reincarnated. So you have, but like these are like the birthmarks represent like important lives. Like this life was special, and so like you carry that remnant with you. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like our take on it. But yeah, I haven't heard that. I haven't heard. And your theory or whatever is a little bit more interesting and dark.
Just a little bit. Just a little dark.
This includes beauty marks, right?
You mean like moles?
Yeah,
Just
but
birthmarks.
yeah. Only birthmarks, not like wait, do
Oh my
beauty marks kind of
gosh.
all right, we gotta look
My
up.
nephew's birthmark is underneath his chin.
Oh,
Gosh.
straight up.
I just saw it for the first time the other day. Because he
A
I
like
beauty
didn't
was
know
mark
I
is a
had a
type of
laughing.
mole.
birthmark until I was in my 20s because I've
Which
never
can be
seen it.
Yeah.
beauty mark is considered a type of birthmark. Okay.
But what about like people who have like port wine stain birthmarks?
What is
What
that?
What?
Oh, I'm going to have to look it up to make sure I get it accurate. I've only known one person. Like they had to have surgery on it. It was on their face. It is a flat red or purple mark on the skin that is present at birth. Over time, it can become thicker and darken and develop a like cobblestone appearance with raised bumps and ridges.
Never seen this before. I mean, or at least I didn't know this
What's
had
it
a name.
called?
Port wine stain birthmark.
Port
Port
wine stain. First off, that's a messed up name.
I had a friend whose child was born with one, and they had to do several procedures to
Oh,
lessen it.
yes. I know what
Yeah.
this is. One of the moms that is always present when she picks up her daughter has one of these. I was like, okay, that's a burn. But like, no, that's not a burn. That's a little bit much. But then I thought that like she just got sounds really bad. I thought that she just got like hit really hard with something, and it's just like a really bad bruise that just won't go away. But I did not know that is a birthmark. It's on literally half of her face.
Yeah.
And then she has like her mouth is it almost looks like the facial reconstruction there.
It
And
can
it's
also
like
affect like blood vessels and veins in your body.
yeah,
Yep.
which I
Swollen
guess would
blood
explain
vessels.
the sloopiness. Yeah. Do they grow?
Still mess
They
up the-
can over time, but I don't know a lot about them. All I know is that like as a baby, as an infant, this child had to have several procedures done to lessen it so it doesn't become something serious in the future.
Oh, I'm glad you told me that because now I know. I've never seen that before except for this one specific woman, and now I know.
It's like a spectrum of severity. Some people have like a very mild case, and then some people have like very serious cases where it affects like their life, their livelihood.
Yeah, hers is very colorful, and it's a whole half of the face. It's like half her face, but then like all of her mouth, and her mouth is like almost like looks like it's been like skin grafted back on or something like that.
You
I don't know
probably
how
had to
say it.
have procedures done.
Yeah, but yeah.
So back
get
to
on
the
that?
ghost thing. How
I'm
come?
still stuck on calling it a port wine stain.
It's so red.
That's so messed up. All right, carry on.
So I was thinking, like, when people report seeing a ghost, how come it's always like a human? How come there's never like a mouse ghost or cat ghost, dog ghost,
They see those.
cockroach
They
ghost?
definitely see those. Well, I mean, who's keeping track of cockroach ghosts?
I
No?
do hear my cat.
Really?
Aw.
Yeah, all the time. I think there is because I don't really believe in ghosts or whatever, but I do hear my cat all the time. I think that the thing is that like certain things happen, and then you like your life has a soundtrack and a laugh track and like the aw track, and when certain things happen, then you just expect to hear certain other things. And like, sometimes I will wake up and then get out of bed, but then not step down because I don't want to step on my cat, just stuff like that out of habit. But then other times,
Mhm.
like I will be chilling and then I'll hear like a purr and my neck will get tickled. And I'm like, so I'm not saying I believe
Aw.
in cat ghosts, but like I know people definitely have those type of experiences because I do.
Shit, man, I do. 9 lives only go so far, man. At that 10th one, you cat ghost.
And then also, if you see like a cat ghost, you would think it's just a cat.
How about a bear ghost? Like that would
No,
scare
no,
the
thank
shit
you.
out of somebody. Like
Nah, I'm good.
have a big ass
Fuck
grizzly
that.
bear ghost
Fuck that.
in your
No.
kitchen.
All bears go to wherever they go. All bears go to heaven or wherever they need to go.
Or a
Yo, have
lion
you seen a
ghost.
bear without
Fire.
its hair?
No, thank you.
Go look it up. It's terrifying.
Go look
I'm
at
good.
sloth bears. Apparently, they're a very like aggressive form of bear.
Nightmare fuel.
Sloth bears.
Oh
Oh my
wow.
goodness, they look cute though.
They look cute, but they're fairly dangerous.
They're murderers.
They're
I could
murder
totally believe
bears.
this bear having,
They
yeah.
look so cute.
Now,
Like I want to pet it, but it's gonna kill me. when
But I
go to
also
pet it.
want my arm.
yeah, no, this dude looks like he's about to murk somebody.
Yeah, look at a bear with no hair.
Yeah, that looks crazy. They look like a rat, like a fat rat.
Fish
Yeah,
bear.
yeah.
Bear without fur. That's crazy. They got a lot of skin.
Oh, don't ruin bears for me.
We gotta play Faz again. We were supposed to play Faz for Halloween,
Oh, that's true.
but then we didn't.
I don't prestige in Faz, so when I play with a group, we can have tier 3 equipment.
Oh, that's dope.
Okay. Wait a minute. Is that crossplay with PC?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then let's do that. But we gotta set that up.
Yo, so
We
over
gotta
over the
set that
weekend, I watched a movie called No One Will Save You, and it's basically about like aliens just coming down, and this girl goes through a lot of bullshit with these aliens, man. And I'm not gonna talk too much about the movie. If you want to go see it, go check it out. I enjoyed it. If you like aliens, and you actually get to see a walking grayskin, a few of them in the movie, so you'll get your fill with that. But the question was asked, like, what's scarier, aliens or ghosts? And I think an alien would be scarier than actually seeing a ghost.
No.
do you guys
Yeah, man,
think?
there's no cap. There's no limit so far on what the alien might be, could do.
Mhm.
You know, I already told you my like bureaucracy of the paranormal.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So you think an alien would be scarier than a ghost?
Yeah,
All right.
Why?
Scrota?
should start with disease.
No. If first of all,
Wait, you see an alien, and the first thing you think is, you can get me sick?
No, but I'm just like, I'm just saying, like,
I better wear
even
my
down to the-
N95 mask. Looking at.
even down to that level, like, I'm not even expecting like, oh, like me and you could fight this out. Like, no. First off, we already talked about 100 Men versus Dan Gorilla. Who's to say what like power level over 9,000 this alien gonna be on? Who's to say the alien might just be like, oh, it's an
How is
amoeba?
that
Like,
any different from a ghost, bro?
I'm just
Okay,
talking about the ghost ain't even on this plane. Like,
so the
hey, you
alien.
stay over
Listen,
your plane, I'll stay over my plane. We good. You want to watch
my
me? All
first
right.
my first reaction, unless the alien is like clearly terrifying and murderous, is gonna be like excitement. Because you know the implications of like intelligent life, like provable intelligence. The implications are so vast. It's like it's very difficult to describe. Now, proof that there is something beyond death. That's in a way that's less profound because it's like I can investigate the alien thing and learn more about it, and like we can like grow as a species. It gives our species hope. But like if you see a ghost, there's no hope there. You're gonna investigate it. You're not gonna find out where it came from or what it did. You know what I'm
You've never
saying?
watched
Like it's
Zach Baggins,
I have
Who?
not watched Zach Baggins.
the ghost hunter?
Oh, I'm like, he's not related to Bilbo?
No, Zach
No,
Baggins
no.
is this dude that he's a ghost hunter, and
Hobbits?
no, he's not a hobbit. Where is he from? I don't want to say he's from Texas.
He's
I don't
not
know.
Bilbo Baggins.
No, he's not. He's his cousin who hunts ghosts. Hobby
He
ghosts.
owns a haunted museum. I think that's in Vegas. But he used to have a ghost show where they were just like go ghost hunting, and then he became like a parody on the internet because he's a
Oh,
character.
Because
what's his
he
name
never
again? Zach
found ghosts?
Baggins.
Or...
Zach Baggins, the haunted museum. I can't like he has a bunch of crazy stuff in there.
When I explain to people what phasmophobia is about, I'm talking about this guy. That's how I explain it. Like,
Oh,
remember the
okay.
'90s where the weird dude would always go into the houses with all the equipment and like do all the stuff. I think this is the same guy.
Oh, it probably is. I love the fact in Phasmophobia, you're not doing anything but trying to figure out what type of ghost it is. You're not trying to do anything else after that.
Yeah, I like that.
It's like I finished the puzzle. I'm done.
I'm getting
Just pack up and
You
go.
have this type of ghost in your house. Have a good day. Sleep tight.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's all it
I
is.
asked you to get rid of it. Nah, I just took pictures and left.
No,
I'm good.
that's not what I do.
Gotta go develop these for money.
Told y'all she
Like
had a
you have,
ghost.
it's like you have a Hantu. See you later.
Goodbye.
You
Stevie,
played the new map.
the diner.
Yeah, I played it twice. I just wanted to see what it was. It's
I tried
pretty
it out
cool.
over the weekend, and I love it.
It's really
Which
nice.
game is
I like
this?
it.
Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia. They have a new map. It's a diner.
You slut. You played without me, Electric?
No, I didn't play without you. Kristen wanted to play it, like to try it out, and I put her in a diner and let her
Holy
walk
Dice
around.
was talking to Stevie at first.
No, I would never. No, I only call Electric a slut. No, no.
Yo.
Why you
Bring the
ignorant
guests in.
slut pillow on my couch?
Awesome. Just hand
And
it over
it's
to
on
whatever guest you
PlayStation
feel like.
now, and it's crossplay. So, Rebel, get your shit together.
My blackness will not allow me to be great at that game.
That's the best part of the game, though. Playing while black.
Because it's like, oh, you need to go into this part of the diner. It's
So,
like,
Stevie,
no.
my theory is that the reason why the black dudes always die first in the movies is because there would not be a great movie if they were present.
Oh,
Because it
it's
would be
completely
like,
for the plot.
oh, nope, I'm just not gonna go. It's like Shark Pool. Just don't get in the pool.
It's like the movie Nope, where
Yeah, no, like no,
there's
I'm good. So
there
you just gotta
like
get rid of
there's
them so you can put the characters that will actually advance the story and make a good story in there still. I'm into Phasmophobia. I'm hearing people die behind the door. They're like, go in there and see what happened. I'm like, no, I'm not going
no.
to.
Like, absolutely not. And then you just have a white woman coming in and being like, all right, I'll go do it.
I love biscuits.
And that's when I show up. I'm like, I'm here to do this. I have the
I'm
most
here to
sanity.
save the day.
And then you'll come back with a puppy you found or a kitten that you found.
Exactly.
And you're just gonna adopt it.
And I'll rescue it.
Exactly.
And it turns out to be a ghost dog.
But that
Prove me wrong. There are
But
ghost
that's the
dogs.
best
What's that
part
dog's name? Little Maleficent.
is struggling with that. It's struggling with that while you because if you do that, the game's not gone. You're not gonna do anything in the game. So struggling with my urges to just, I'm not gonna check out what that noise is. That's like the fun in the game for me. And I started playing that game, Stevie, and I had a streak where I just never died. I never died. And that was
Really?
like horrible because all my friends would like die. They would yell. I never even like looked up at seeing what like the death looked like on screen on like YouTube or TikTok or whatever. So I legit
The deaths are
didn't
all
know
the
what.
same.
Yeah, they are. I didn't know that
Oh,
though.
it's
I
it's
didn't
horrible.
know why people are screaming so much. All I hear is electric or like, "Ah!" My brother got so afraid he just turned his computer off. So
Yep.
now I'm terrified of dying, but I'm not
My
dying.
my friend died 3 times in the tutorial, so
There's a tutorial.
yeah, I was like, hey, you have to play the tutorial because I want you to like feel comfortable like using the stuff and hiding. And I was in a Discord with her, and like the last thing you have to do is you have to hide in a locker, let the ghost pass, you get out, you exit. She failed 3
Nope, I wasn't
times.
good at that. Yup.
I did not know that there was a tutorial.
It's
I didn't know
like
that.
they've
What?
never played it before. They've only seen like TikToks of it. I was like, just play the tutorial so you know how things work.
I'm not afraid of stuff like that, but that game makes it. Have you ever played on the Oculus before or
No,
VR?
but I
Mm,
do know you get a extra like you can hold 4 items and a lighter instead of 3 items.
What?
Yeah, I used to play with the guy that played on Oculus, and yeah, you could hold 4 things instead of 3 things.
Oh,
What
that comes in
special
Yeah.
handy.
kind of neuroses do you have to do to play this game on an Oculus?
Electric, didn't you like first start playing this game on VR?
Yeah, that's how I was introduced to the game.
Oh my
And I was
No,
goodness,
like, this
thank you.
game
Wow.
is totally insane.
Nope.
So I went to my friend's house, right? And he was like, yo, you got to try this game out. And he put it on me and I started playing. And I was like, this game is horrifying, bro. And I told him, you how often you play this? And he goes, oh, I never play it. I was like, why not? And like, he was like, I'll tell you when we're outside of the house. And I'm like, okay. He had just moved into this place and they experienced a whole bunch of paranormal stuff in the place. And he's like,
Oh,
yeah, I don't like to play it in the house because the house is kind of haunted. I was like, what the fuck? He goes, yeah, we've like encountered a few weird things in there. I was like, holy shit. So he's like, yeah, we don't play it. We're trying to not bring any energy like that into the house. I was like, all right. And you're gonna have me fucking play it and I gotta use the bathroom by myself.
So Butt Detective, he refuses to play it.
Oh yeah, I don't
Yeah,
blame.
he believes in the paranormal like so much that he's like, I don't want to let any of that in because like, yeah, he just like absolutely won't play it. Just will not play it.
Man, when I used to play that game with you guys, this is when I was in Philly. I would play that in the basement, and it'd be like
nope.
2 or 3 when it comes around to 3 in the morning. And if you don't know, 3 in the morning is like that time, that weird time that people say weird stuff happens. So it'd be like 3 in the morning. I'm like, fuck, I gotta walk all the way upstairs by myself right now. So when I would exit that room that I was in where I would play, it's like a creepy little hallway to exit out of the house. And then I have to go up the steps. Then I have to go through the first floor and then up the steps to the second floor where my bedroom was. Man, that would be a journey. I swear, all you would hear is do 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 do, just me running upstairs at the end of the night. Bro, I would be so freaking paranoid after playing that game. I was touched once right after an event. I was living with my ex-girlfriend at the time, and she came in, and an event just happened. And you have your headphones on, you can't hear anything outside of your headphones. And she walked into the room. I didn't hear the door. She was trying to call me to get my attention. And like right after the event was over, I'm like, oh, I survived it. And then she touches me. Bro, I slid under the desk. Yo, I was like, what the fuck? Oh man. I had it on stream too when it happened. Oh
You should have
man.
clipped it.
Oh, that was so freaking
Mm-mm-mm.
scary, bro. Does that game still scare you, Stevie? Or you just play
No,
it
I
and
think of
it's
it.
just so casual about it?
My friend who I introduced Phasmophobia to, she said something, and I'm like, oh, this makes sense. She's like, you've lived through everything, so nothing really scares you. And I'm like, yeah, because I think of this as a giant puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how that
Yeah,
game is. Yeah.
I think of it as a giant scary puzzle.
It's just like Sudoku with ghosts. It's fine.
Yo, no, Stevie has so many ghost stories and stuff like that. I'm like, that like actually happened. I'm not surprised, dude.
Yo, share with us. Yo, tell us about the
You
one.
got more?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to hear the college ones or do you want to hear the weirdest one?
Yes.
Start with the college one. Give us two. Give us two stories.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the chair is probably better than the boy drowning. So I was an art major, and our building was the old gymnasium of our college. The college was built in like 1901, I believe. No, late 1800s, not 1901. It closed last year. Unfortunate. Rest in peace, limestone.
The building, not the school.
Oh no, the school
Oh,
closed. Yeah, it's been really bad. So there was an artist, and I believe he was there in the 70s or 80s. He carved a giant chair out of a tree stump. And he died unexpectedly in the building. I forgot about that part when I told all this. He died unexpectedly, like in the doorways of the building. And it was too heavy for the dad to take home. So he's like, "Will y'all just keep it in his memory?" And everyone's like, "Sure." So, like, it's in when you walk in, you go through like the entrance and then you go into like the main part where we had like a bunch of like art. And the chair is just sitting there. And if you sat in it, like weird things would happen, like with your electrical devices, like your phone would start glitching or it would turn off or it would drain the battery. But I do have type 1 diabetes. And at this time I was wearing an insulin pump and I sat in the chair and my insulin pump just turned off. And I just put new batteries in like 3 days ago. And I like tried to fix it. I had like backup batteries with me and I put those in and I was fine. So then the professors would never let me near that chair again.
exactly.
Yeah, it was really strange. And
We already
it was
got one ghost. We ain't gonna have two.
it was in front of somebody's office and they kept having like IT issues with their computer, like the internet would shut off all the time. And so then they moved it towards the bathrooms away from the office and it stopped happening.
Huh.
Yeah. I wonder what's
So
going to happen
then,
to that
just like in
chair.
Fast, like the ghost stuff is like confined to that particular location.
I think it's only confined to that chair.
Yep. Oh, okay. So it's not happening in that area, but it kept happening where the chair was.
Like wherever they moved the chair and someone sat in it, like if you had like some type of electronic device with you, like an iPod, phones, anything, like laptops, like something would happen.
That man put some signal scramblers inside that stuff.
It was
Yeah, for real, man.
crazy.
That's
Keep
weird,
the chair
dude.
wired. Electric chair.
Okay,
But
what's
it's carved out of wood. It had a orange cushion, but everything else was just hand carved out of wood.
noise?
Is wood conductive?
Should it be?
No,
No.
famously no. What are you talking about?
Then how come like you stand under a tree during a thunderstorm, you get struck by lightning?
Because it's high.
Yeah, but
If you
if
stand
the
under a tree and a metal pole, the metal pole's gonna get hit, not the tree.
Yeah,
But
but my point is, if
oh,
you can get struck by
Because
lightning from the
you're
tree,
not grounded.
because
yeah,
the tree's higher, and so it's gonna find the shortest path where that electrostatic concentration is to the ground. If the
you know
highest
what it
thing
is?
that
The wood can become conductive if it's wet. So yeah, lightning strikes a tree, wet tree next to you.
And there's also the roots underneath
fuck the
you.
actual explanation I was giving you.
Trees are wet. Got it.
No, I mean I understand the whole point about shortest distance to the ground is the tree. Yes, but to that point, if wood is not a conductor of electricity, why would you get struck by lightning from the tree? That's the way. That's the whole thing about you're not supposed to hide under trees during a thunderstorm. So it's like,
Also, if the tree gets struck, then like tree limbs could fall on you too. So it's a safety
yeah,
concern.
it's,
Water is also not a good conductor of electricity, though. So
What?
It's not.
Salt water though. It is.
Woody water though.
Wait, how is water
not-
not a good conductor of electricity? Somebody
It's a poor
throws
conductor of
a
electricity.
radio in the bathtub with you, you're fried.
If you were sitting in a tub of Jello and they threw a radio in there, like wet Jello, would you get fried? What about
don't know.
Clorox?
I don't know
You would.
why.
Any liquid, the electricity is gonna pass through.
It has to do with viscosity at that point.
It's a viscosity thing, yeah. But any like straight liquid, yeah, it's still gonna fry you. I didn't say it doesn't. Just because it's a poor conductor doesn't mean that it like repels electricity.
Oh, that's what I understood you saying. Okay.
It's just not a great conductor.
All right.
But
None of the
woody
list of
water,
conductors,
now woody water, that's different. Okay,
Yeah,
Stevie,
woody
you said
water, though.
you said you had another one. What was the other one?
So I remember this clear as day.
I hope
was
this
in-
is the weirdest one.
This is the weirdest one.
Yes.
No pressure, dude.
I was probably like 14 or 15, and it was a Sunday afternoon. My mom and I were delivering a lamp to my great aunt at her house. It was in the summer. It was definitely in the afternoon. She tells me to get the lamp out of the car. She closes her door. We're at the front of my aunt's house. My aunt's still inside, so she hasn't seen any of this yet. My mom closes her door, and there is a little boy that stands in front of her. He had sandy blonde hair. He
God.
had like a tan. He was wearing I will never forget this, a vertical striped shirt that had blue, yellow, and red on it. It was just vertical stripes, really like thin stripes. Wearing blue jeans, and like he had like dirt on his knees, like where he's been playing outside. And then he had like, it looked like really old Converse sneakers. And he went up to my mom and said, "I can't find my mom. Can you help me find my mom?" And that's the only thing he would say. And he said it over and over. It wasn't like he wasn't panicking. It was just very like monotone. Like, "I
NPC
can't
model.
find her. Can you help me find my mom?" And so at this point, my aunt comes to the door. She sees him, comes out, and then she goes back in to call 911 because like that's what you do. And then like in a blink of the eye, he's gone.
Nah, dude.
And so we called 911. They come down here. They start my mom's like, "Go see if you can find him in like any of the yards and all that stuff." So I start like looking around the neighborhood. My mom's looking around the neighborhood. The police get there. We give them the description of the child, and nothing came of it. There was no missing child, and that boy was never seen again.
Oh, that's weird, dude.
Yeah.
That is very weird. And the thing is, like, if your mother and your aunt are telling you this story,
I was
right?
there. We
Oh,
all saw it.
You all saw it. So you saw it clear as day as a physical person.
Yes. And that like I can remember he probably wasn't even older than like 7 or 8.
That is so strange.
That's
It'd be
weird.
crazy
dude.
if somewhere little Billy, his mom came around the corner. She,
Get your ass in his car. No, but
Yeah.
but
I
as
was
you
looking
say
for
it, it's like the time lapse was too short for any of that to happen. Yeah.
Like
Right.
literally we blinked and he was gone.
Oh, like you mean an actual blink of an eye?
Like literally my mom closed her car door, he was gone, and we're like, "Where did he go?"
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, that's crazier. I thought you meant like you went away for like a couple of seconds. You're like, there's no way he could have like left. You mean like he vanished
Like just
essentially?
disappeared. Like
Oh, that's-
no traces of him. We didn't hear any like footsteps running. We didn't hear any children. We heard a dog bark, and that was pretty much it. But like we called the cops, like, this is a missing child. Like they took the report, they started searching, the cops started going like door to door, like, "Have you seen a description of this child?" And everyone's like, "No."
Ooh.
It would have been freaky if like that matched the description of a person who passed away a long time ago. That
See,
that
that's
would've,
what I
like, just-
think.
that would have ramped it up a lot. That would have been crazy.
Yeah.
That's
But
what I
like
was
my mom
expecting.
did like the mom thing, like she's like, "Honey, what's your name?" And the only thing he would say is like, "I can't find my mom. Can you
RP.
help me find my mom?"
Oh man. Yeah, so a little fast ain't gonna scare Stevie.
Yeah.
It was weird. I will never
thank
forget
you.
that.
Makes you wonder if that was like a glitch in the Matrix. Like he crossed over to the wrong dimension and it's like, oops, let's pop him
Well,
back to
I
where
hope
he
he
belongs.
found his mom. I really hope he found his mom, wherever she was.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just got sad when you said that.
Yeah, I did
that's the
too.
sad part.
I never thought of it. Like when I hear stuff like that, I don't think of them as an actual person. I think you know what I mean?
Oh,
I'm
I
thinking
did.
like, okay, that was weird, but you're like, no, like, did they find their mom? Like that's scary.
Like it's like if that was what we think of as a ghost, his whole existence, like trying to find his mother.
Yeah, remember when I
Is
said I
he spending his ghost creds?
Yeah.
And I just hope he found
Aw.
her.
So
Meanwhile, he
sad.
doesn't know mom passed too and just cross over.
Oh
homie.
no, you're making it sadder. Stop it.
Oh,
What's wrong with
man.
you?
Mom been crossed. Cross over, homie.
Oh no.
But like his clothes look like they weren't from like that decade. Like this was like early 2000s. Like they looked like he could have been from like 90s, 80s. Like very like generic, like something you would see a kid wearing Stranger Things. Like that's gonna
Yeah,
be my point of reference. But yeah.
that's why you can't find mom, man. Mom passed too. Got to cross over, and y'all can be together.
And then like
Sad.
I remember my mom tried to look up like missing persons in that area to see if there was like a description of like a child.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody.
Nothing.
Mm. So hold up, do y'all believe in an afterlife for these ghosts to cross over to?
Who's this directed to?
Let's start with you.
No. I think when I lost my belief in the afterlife, I think whatever was left of me, because I actually did really believe in like spirits and ghosts and stuff like that.
Oh, I
But
remember.
then,
Trust me. To me, hearing you be agnostic when in college I was the agnostic one, and you were still very Catholic,
I was
is
very Catholic.
so like mind blowing
I
right
wasn't that Catholic, bro. Calm down.
now, bruh.
Yeah, I think you can't. I don't think you can. I'm pretty sure there's a way somebody can do it, but I think just naturally believing in the afterlife, believing in ghosts and spirits, and not believing in the afterlife are like contradictory.
Yeah.
No, I kind of think we just go away.
Stevie,
So I grew up Southern Baptist in the Bible Belt.
Hey,
praise him. As long as you
Um,
got Jesus.
and like I am not religious anymore. I don't find comfort in religion. I find it very disingenuous. They
find it
just put on a
stressful.
facade. It's like because you have to like be in a certain like cookie cutter mold, and I never fit that.
Well,
That
I
was
mean,
never
that's the
me.
church. The church
Yeah,
versus the religion are two different things.
yeah, but like the church, I just never like fit into what they wanted me to be.
You got to find a good church home. Can't go to just any church.
That is true. I would say I probably lean more towards agnostic, but then again, this is something I don't know. So if there is, if there's not,
But that's agnostic.
yeah.
Pretty much.
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe.
Who am
I'm
I to
a,
Not
say?
as opposed to
Not
definitely
yet.
not. I don't know. Maybe. Probably. We'll see. Electric.
I don't know. This is one of those things where I'm just not sure.
Four agnostic people walk into a podcast.
Like I'd like to believe in what is that called? I don't know why I can't
afterlife.
recall this word.
Afterlife.
Reincarnation.
Ah,
Yeah, but not reincarnation where you remember anything from your past, but like you just whatever it is that your essence is just moves on to a different vessel and you become another person or animal or whatever. And the only reason why I believe that, I believe it because like my first memory, my earliest memory is me running down a hill, like learning how to walk and run and falling. But I have a memory just before that. And that memory was a weird, strange memory, almost as if I was getting loaded into like a ship or something. And I couldn't exactly see what the figures were that were preparing me, but it was almost like they were a claymation. Do you know that animation that's like done with clay, kind of like how Gumby
Oh,
yeah,
is like
yeah, we're
yeah.
that?
with you.
And
Gumby.
everything was like really dark and
Davy and
gray.
Goliath.
And I was kind of like seeing something prepare me before that. And I don't know if that was like me being born. And you know, they say babies can't really see when they're born, like their vision is really bad. And maybe that's what I was seeing. But it wasn't anything I could say that I've seen in the world we know around us now. So that makes me
I,
wonder, like, was I experiencing something before I was even alive?
yeah, or an extremely vivid dream.
Yeah, that too. But I mean, as a memory, like, that's just stayed with me. And it's not just like a memory that stayed with me, but it was something I thought about as a child. I remember being a very small child thinking, what was that? So,
I believe, well, here we go. So remember to further complicate my beliefs here. So, like I said, you got your ghosts, you got your afterlife, you got your reincarnation package if you so choose, with your credits. And then I also believe you get a preview of it here on Earth, where depending on the choices that you make, you can have heaven on earth and also hell. So if you do some, I've said this before on the podcast, if you do some shady stuff and you got to look over your shoulder, you got your persecution here while you're here, and it's not going to be a great time for you. Likewise, if you are an amazing person and you do some great things and like you are showered with everything that you didn't even feel entitled to, but it's gifts upon you, then you experience some heaven here on earth. And in the afterlife, what happens is you have pretty much folks running down your highlights. And so if you did a bunch of bad stuff, then it's like, oh yeah, remember that time you did this and like you thought nobody saw it, but now we all get to see it. And it's like, oh crap. And vice versa. Like you did some good stuff. It was like, yo, that was you? It was like, yeah, It's like, oh, that was you. It's like, you're such a great person. And so it's a mix, heaven and hell.
Some elaborate
Depending on,
systems, bro.
bro. I was only a child. I had a lot of time. Okay, so we touched on ghosts. We touched on aliens. We touched on the afterlife. Was there anything anyone said that somebody missed?
I don't think we touched on aliens really.
Oh, yeah, we did. Remember? It's like,
Well, that was very brief. That's not touching on
But we
aliens.
talk about ghosts.
Yeah, we talked
yeah,
about
we.
ghosts.
That's why we just touched on it. We just hit it real quick.
A little ski taste and a moose boosh.
Apparently,
I'm sorry. I
a
have a
good
huge
mask could keep
appetite
me
for
safe.
this type for alien talk.
So then we'll have a whole nother aliens. Remember the last time we talked about aliens?
No.
It began a whole conversation on like faster than light travel in the.
Was that aliens? The causality episode? That was an aliens episode.
No, I
It
don't.
became an aliens episode,
Oh,
but it was
jeez.
really about the science of faster than light travel. Faster than light travel.
Well,
So-
I cannot express my gratitude enough,
Yeah.
Stevie, for you coming out, especially on such short notice.
Thank you for having me. We were playing a game. We played 2 games, and you're like, you should come do this after I told you the other ghost story. So,
Yeah.
I know what game I'm not playing tonight.
Yeah, and we'll set a fast date up. We got to get that done. But tonight, it goes to Tsushima.
Hey, I see what you did there.
oh, Erika Ishii
Oh,
is in that.
Didn't
She just
do
got
that on
nominated for
purpose.
an award.
Who?
Erika Ishii, I love Dropout content. You asked me if I wanted to plug anything earlier. I will Dropout TV. It's formerly College Humor. Sam Reich bought it.
Which one is that?
It is probably what I watch the most of.
I love Dropout.
And
I subscribed to them. I recently canceled and I'm sad.
Oh, that means your prices are going to go up if you ever resubscribe.
Vic Michaelis is probably the GOAT.
Oh, Lisa Gilroy has been killing it.
Really?
Vic Michaelis is hilarious. Erika Ishii's on a lot of the shows, but she's also a voice actress and actress. She's in Ghost of Hiroshima. She's the main character, and she just got nominated for a video game award for it.
Who?
Erika Ishii.
Is she? Oh, it goes to Yotai.
Yotai, that's what it is. Yes. I think was it Hiroshima
good
the
for
for
her.
it?
Tsushima's the first one.
Yes.
And
No,
Yotai's
but
the one that just came
she
out.
just got nominated for an award for her role in that video game. She had to do all
good
the
for
motion
her.
capture stuff for it.
Good for her. I want to play that game, but I'm trying to get through Tsushima first.
I did IJI instead of ISHII.
Good for her. She does a lot of physical comedy.
Knows a lot of video games and a lot of Dimension 20 productions.
Then probably what's his name knows her. Your neighbor, Rebel.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Ned Donovan.
Yeah, Rebel has a neighbor who is knows all the people.
He's a voice actor as well, and an actor on a very entertaining show that got me into Dungeons and Dragons called Encounter Party, and co-creator of it. So shout out to Ned Donovan and Encounter Party. Can't wait for season 2.
But yeah, now
Season 3?
I love Dropout. Dropout's dope.
I
like
it.
the Smarty Pants is my favorite one. The Smarty
I
Pants
love
Society.
Game Changer, make some noise. Anything Dimension 20 does. Astronauts is really good. Shout out to Gastronauts. And then their newest show, Crowd Control, is excellent.
It's funny, as soon as you said gastronauts, I'm on their website right now looking at it, and there's kind of like slides passing through. As soon as you said gastronauts popped up for me.
It's a really good show, but crowd control's excellent.
Lou, the big black dude Lou is dope. Jason Wysocki's hilarious.
Oh, he's one of my favorites.
There's a lot of talented people on that program.
Anna Garcia, Giovanni.
She's funny.
Dude, like Izzy Rowland, fantastic. Brennan Lee Mulligan, fantastic DM. Abria Ironguard, fantastic DM. Like, really good stuff.
So churls with those people. Her voice actor.
She did A Crown of Candy. A Crown of Thorns. I can't remember the name of it. She was in one of the campaigns.
And she's
been the voice actress for Symmetra was on one of the Dimension 20 campaigns, and she's also been on Actually.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, the voice actress for Venture, they were on Actually too.
Oh. Metra Anjali is one of Ned's Rebels roommates' friends. Like good friends.
Yep.
So shout out to Ned Donovan.
Yeah.
But yeah, super glad that we were able to get this done, man. Super, super, super glad. Rebel, you want to do the thing? I ain't thanking you.
I'm thanking Stevie.
Oh, thank you for having me.
God,
I mean, you responding to me. I'm like, what the hell? No.
I guess I could thank you. Like, thank you for putting up with me and my inevitable disagreements with you and trolling you. I appreciate your patience. Speaking of patience, I appreciate y'all's patience. Me getting to this outro. So, no further ado. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the HLS podcast that never was, To That Point, Late to the Party, Radical Teddy and Friends, Her Latest Seduction, Happens Like Sundown, Hippies Lucid Showers, Haters Loving Semicolons, I can't think of something. Spectacles. Spirits. I should have been spirits. That's what it would have been. Whatever. Name
I can edit it. You can do it again.
Highly.
You know what? It's okay.
High levitating spirits. There it is.
No pressure.
You got it.
You got there eventually. High levitating spirits. Got there eventually. All right. Name pending. I'm the Rebel Alliance.
I'm Scrotable. Still am. Hasn't changed.
And this is Electric Thunder.
We want to thank Stevie for coming through, scaring the bejesus out of us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a hard night for me to sleep tonight.
Oh, I'm doing all the prayers tonight.
I'm good. This is what not believing in anything does for you.
I'll play some Overwatch for a few hours and take my mind off of this. So
I'm in my heaven on earth right now. I'm in my happily ever after. I don't need nothing. I'm good.
Keep on that. You shouldn't be saying a lot of that if you're such a movie buff.
No, I'm trying to speak it into existence and keep it going.
Okay, I got you.
No, what I'm not going to do is, you know what? I'm 2 weeks away from retirement, but I guess I'll come out for this one last trip to Japan.
I'll go hang gliding over a volcano one last time.
All right, and with all that said, thank y'all for listening. Share the videos, share the links with your friends, like, subscribe, and all that other good stuff. Get the word out.
Tell us your ghost stories.
Word to the bird. And don't scare us too much because, we be trying to sleep here. Yeah. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all next week. Later, Gators.
Pues